Little did you know, but when you started lifting, you essentially embarked on a journey that could take an entire lifetime to complete. And the thing is, with this journey, it pays to take it slow. If you are anything like me, you will have made the same mistake over and over again of progressing too fast. This results in having to stop, back off, and start again. Or even worse, getting injured or burnt out. So in this video, I've actually worked out by looking at some famous lifters and myself, how fast you can actually expect to progress in the real world. All so you can better enjoy your lifting journey, knowing that you are progressing at the speed you're actually meant to. So the first person I looked at was the mountain, Hafthor Bjornsson, the biggest deadlifter of all time. How fast did he progress? So what I found in his video reporting his results from 2009 to 2020, when he broke the deadlift world record of 501 kilos, is that he started in 2009, he hit a 300 kilo deadlift. By the way, at the age of 16, what the actual... So from then, it took him 11 years to reach 500 kilos. That is 200 kilos over 11 years. Overall, that is a 66% increase. And I'm gonna focus on the last 6 years of that. So over those last 6 years, he only increased his deadlift by 1.1 kilo per month on average. This is the heaviest deadlifter of all time, 1.1 kilos. Is that as low as you thought it might be? And have you ever thought you might be able to do it quicker than that? As you might expect, in the first 5 years, he improved much quicker, being able to increase his deadlift by 44%. This is on average only still 2 kilos per month. That is not even 1.25 kilos on either end of the bar. So next time you're trying to add 10 kilos per workout, think about it. It's too much. Slow down. So the next person I looked at was Hafthor Bjornsson. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that all right. He is famous for squatting every single day. That is crazy consistency, and you can see it in his results. So what he also does really well is deadlifting. He went from 220 kilos to an insane, at a natural level, 285 kilos in only 6 years. So over 6 years, this was a 30% increase. This is more than Hafthor Bjornsson. But still, this only meant that he was on average increasing just 1 kilo per month. Bear in mind, this guy trains hard every single day. No rest, no breaks. And then there's little old me. Well, my training has been pretty consistent too. I like to brag that I have never missed a week since I started working out. And luckily, I've got a bit more data of when I've started to now. And as you expect, from when I first started, my results shot up and then have slowly slowed down quite rapidly since. In the first 3 years of me lifting, I increased by 68%. But what's interesting is over the next 6 years, I've only increased by 15%. This kind of goes to show that when I first started, I have been guilty of progressing too fast because my results have just plateaued. But in those first few years when I was progressing really quickly, I was still only putting on 2 kilos every single month. And then in the last 6 years, I've only managed to put on 0.4 kilos every single month. At least it's gone up something, I guess. So what can we actually gather from this information to help us be better lifters? I've put all of these 3 results together and worked out that on average, 4% increase per year is pretty decent. So just let that sit. 4% is not that much. So if you are achieving that little increase every single month, be happy with your results. Now, let's get a bit philosophical with this. Why might it actually be better to progress slower? Well, if you imagine each month you're only progressing 0.5 kilos every single month. For the whole month, all the time that you spend, if you stay at, let's say, 100 kilos for a whole month and then progress to 100.5 kilos the next month, the whole time you have been lifting at 100 kilos, you are preparing your body for the next level going up. And then again, for the next month, you are preparing your body for that next jump up. If you can consistently prepare your body in this manner, your body will not stop consistently gaining. The problem is when people move too fast. See, our body has a protective mechanism built in, sort of like the seatbelt in your car. If you pull on it just the right amount of speed, you can clip it in and get the job done. But if you pull on your seatbelt too fast, it stops. Now, this is not much different to our protective mechanisms that we have in our body. And I can guarantee you that the majority of people with a good mindset to train hard, when they first start at the gym, they are yanking on that seatbelt and wondering why the hell it won't move. Now, where was I? Please don't take this the wrong way. This does not mean you should be lazy with your workouts because you know you're going to progress slowly. You still need to attack your workouts with aggression and put your best effort in every session. But sometimes the best effort is actually just being mindful and controlling your workouts, not just trying to add so many kilos, but actually be concentrating on what you are doing, feeling the muscles move, and really getting the most out of your workouts. Because when you realize you actually have more time than you think, you won't need to rush through every workout. You can spend the time to actually enjoy yourself. Imagine that. So let me know down in the comments if you think I'm wrong about these numbers, or does your lifting progression follow a similar path? And if you're new to lifting and you want to nail the basics, watch this video on how many sets and reps you actually need to do to progress. Peace out. Whoosh.